Donald Trump is back in the headlines, and this time it's not for a rally. Nope. He was flipping fries, dropping fries, I guess that's what you say in the fast food lingo, at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Trump hit the drive-through window, handed out orders, and couldn't resist taking a shot at Kamala Harris, claiming that she lied about working in fast food. Now, here's where things get interesting because rumors online suggest that this whole thing was staged.
Well, that's a good-looking group. Hello, everybody. This is not a normal situation, is it? What a good-looking family. How did you produce those good-looking kids? Oh, they look like you. They look like you. How are you? Thank you.
We appreciate all this order right here.
Thank you.
We'll have you in Bucks County.
And there'll be no charge. Trump is paying for it. Is that okay?
2024.
Oh, you're going to some extra stuff.
Oh, okay, great.
This is all on Trump.
Oh, hold on.
I'm allowed to do that, right?
Yeah. Let's check and make sure it's everything you said it would be.
It's better be. It's going to be the best yet. I made it myself.
You're the man. Make America
That's
great.
their order. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good time. Have a good time. That's great. Okay.
It's on Trump. It's on Trump. Am I allowed to do that? I think it's interesting. First of all, that whole ordeal was interesting. He said the kids, I'm surprised you had such good-looking kids. She looks just like the mother. And he was like, that's my sister. Like immediately. It was just hilarious how that started off. But that's not all that Trump has that's going on. The thing about it is that McDonald's seems like it was closed. They posted this sign that was on the front of the McDonald's. Customers were reportedly screened beforehand. And Trump's shift actually wasn't a real shift. Picture of his Make-A-Wish Day is there as he's serving out pre-screened meals to McDonald's customers across the nation. Interestingly enough, though, today, federal officials say E. coli food poisoning linked to McDonald's quarter pounders has sickened at least 49 people and killed one person. There are rumors. There has been rumors of Trump pooping on himself, and historically, that's how E. coli happens. I'm not saying the two are related. It's just curious timing. The day after, a couple of days after Trump visits McDonald's, all the quarter pounders are tainted. I don't know. Just pointing it out. Possibly could be a thing. Maybe not. But that's that on that. How do you feel, Dex, about this stunt? Do you feel like it was something worthwhile for Trump to do, waste of time, or could this actually work to solicit, I guess, Trump as Trump as a quote unquote down to earth workers person?
It's funny that you say that because I was wondering what the purpose was. So initially, I was like, "Oh, is he trying to say this is because Kamala Harris says she worked at McDonald's and there's no proof that she worked there?" But now it's just like, I guess you were trying to do that, but also show that you were down to earth. But then when we see that the store was closed, there are cameras there. Every single person that comes through the drive-through is a Trump fan. You didn't take one order. You're just handing them out whatever it is that you have.
He said he prepared them himself and he took care of the charge.
What does that even mean, though? Like, you're not taking anybody's order. You didn't work at McDonald's. You made an appearance there, which is like unnecessary, to be honest with you. And while he was doing that in Pennsylvania, Kamala Harris was in Pennsylvania at the same time meeting with Sherrell Parker, who's the mayor of Pennsylvania. Like, do you see like what makes more sense? Like, when you're playing around at a McDonald's and she's meeting with the mayor.
I mean, he doesn't have to meet with the mayor, right?
Like, what are we doing here? Also, fun fact, that McDonald's that he was at, I grew up down the street from there. Like, that's my old neighborhood.
So you weren't invited to the Trump?
They didn't invite me. I guess they might have saw it because when I got my license redone, I changed my party and they said not this time.
Another fun fact about that spot
What
is
about it?
there was a huge, like, big murder story that took place there like 10 years ago, I think.
I believe it.
Like,
That area is crazy.
on a large property very close to that McDonald's. It was a very interesting. That's an interesting place. I felt like regarding this McDonald's thing, it was actually weird that people thought that it wouldn't be staged. I did that. If I did that, of course I staged it. Like, do you think I'm going to show up to McDonald's and just start serving anyone food? Like, I'm Donald Trump. People hate me.
I mean, but then what's the point? Like, is it just to say, hey, I worked at McDonald's for a day when Kamala didn't? Like,
that's what I want to know.
Point of it?
He's on his second assassination attempt. Why would he just show up to a McDonald's like someone's gonna be like, oh, Trump is at the McDonald's, and then like they're on his head. Like I'm never doing that without staging, blocking it off and closing McDonald's down, handing McDonald's. I think the purpose was to make a showing for a few of his fans so they can see him really quickly. Like, I don't think it was to be a down-to-earth person, because that's ridiculous. Of course you don't work at McDonald's. You're a billionaire.
Student of the Year candidate, Eric is asking, should we include this?
Oh, I think so.
You remember that boss show where the boss would come and do the work?
Yes. Gosh, what was that show called?
What's that show called? Undercover Boss, I think.
Undercover Boss. Yeah, I think that's
so. Like, maybe he was going for an undercover boss feel. Like, I don't really know what that does for voters. Like, I'm going to vote for Trump now because I saw him at McDonald's. I think it was more of a superstar.
McDonald's. So shout out to all the McDonald's workers who had to sit through that and complete their shift with Donald Trump. I'm sure that young lady's going to remember this day for the rest of her life. Not sure if it's going to be a good memory or a bad memory, but interesting. And I hope that she is getting well compensated for her efforts. No.
Okay. And if we know McDonald's.